Well, hello there, Tankers of the Blitz universe. I'm Flossie, and today I will be doing something a little bit different. You can see here that if I go to the store, you can in fact get this, which is a lucky tier 5 crate. Now this is about, what, $9? And I figured what I should do is I will see how far I can make it, because every time you own a tank that you get out of one of these crates, it'll move you up to the next tier. So I figured, why not see what tank I get out of these crates? Maybe I will get something that I don't already have, and then whatever tank I don't have that I get, I will do a review on. And if I do have every single tank and I make it all the way to tier 10, then I will do a review on the tier 10 I get out of the final crate. So let's get right into it. I already opened up the tier 5 crate because as soon as you buy it, it'll open it up. And I got a Matilda Black Prince, which I already own. So, we're going to get right on into the tier 6 crate and see if I get anything. I'm pretty sure I have all the tier 6s. I already have that one. So there we go. Moving on up to the tier 7 crate. I pretty much am guaranteed to get something I already have. Yeah, there we go. Smasher. Already have that one. So not a tier 7 review today. Not a tier 8 review either. I have the T28 Defender. Let's see about tier 9s. I doubt I will get anything new. Yeah, K91. I already have that tank. So let's see what tier 10 I will do a review on today from the list you can see on the right. Let's see what we will get, and I do a T95E6 review. Alrighty, guys. I wonder what did I get as compensation for that. Damn, you get 7,500 gold for that. That's actually really nice. All right. Well, guys, in that case, we are doing a T95E6 review today. So let's start off by breaking into these stats, into the stats of the tank. Let me just move my camera over. So the T95E6 is a heavium, which means it plays in between a heavy tank and a medium. And I actually did a comparison video recently on this tank versus the STRVK, and I personally like this thing a lot more. But let's break into the stats anyways. So starting off with the gun deals 400 damage on its standard shells, 340 on the premium, and 515 on the HE. So pretty average alpha damage. I like how it's higher than most medium tanks alpha, so you can outtrade with some mediums if you're going medium side. As for the penetration, it's pretty solid. 263 standard pen, 363 on the heat, and 66 on the HE. So you really won't have much trouble penning your opponents. In terms of the gun handling, the tank has 3.4 seconds of aiming time with a dispersion of 0.326. So again, the gun is pretty accurate. It can be troll at times, like I've said in my previous video. But overall, I do like the gun on this tank a lot. It also has 3,082 DPM, and that is while using calibrated shells. You can get that up to a little bit more with rammer, but I personally like having the extra pen. The tank also does have 10 degrees of gun depression, which means it's very good on most ridgelines. However, the armor is a little bit sus, as I'll show in a little bit here. So you can't exactly play this thing like crazy haul down monster as some other heavies can. But anyways, in terms of the mobility, the tank goes 50 forward, which is very nice, and 15 in reverse, which is actually pretty decent for an American heavy tank. Most of them are going to be going like 12, or most American tier 10s go like 12, so honestly 15 is not bad. I'll take it. And the power to weight is also fairly good for a heavy tank. Nothing crazy, but again, that top speed is super nice, and it means you're going to be very, very flexible. The tank also does have this special mechanic called combat stabilization, which is the mechanic that was first introduced on the VZ55, which means that you can actually get your reticle to stay this like super small when you drive under 15 kilometers an hour. So that's very nice indeed. Now, let's take a look at the armor profile of this tank, and I'm going to go through this really quickly because it's a fairly simple armor profile to understand. So basically, you can see here, I am using an IS-4 to shoot at it, and using calibrated shells. It's a pretty easy pen on flat ground. The upper and lower plate are very weak, and so that basically means you don't want to show those as much as you can. The turret is fairly strong, although it does have weak spots on the side and the hatch as well, which is, the hatch is huge, but it's kind of troll sometimes, and people will tend to miss it if you wiggle back and forth. So obviously, if you are up against medium tanks, it'll be harder for them to pen than this, because I am using an IS-4. But overall, you want to play this thing carefully, and you want to play it hull down if you can. because the hull down capabilities of this tank are fairly decent. You can see if you load heat, it's not much of a difference here. Still pennable on the sides and the hatch, but again, against medium tanks, the armor profile will be a little bit better. But it's nothing to rely on. You really want to rely on your DPM and your mobility to make use of this tank properly. And as you can see here, the rear and sides of this tank are absolute paper. So you're going to be getting HE'd in the side and the rear and by pretty much everyone. So do be careful of that. So yeah, the armor profile, it can be trolled, but it's not anything you can reliably use in most situations. So anyways, let's break into some live gameplay, or let's get into some live gameplay. So again, I like to play this thing like a medium tank. I will go more so with my mediums than with my heavies, although it really depends on the map as to how I like to play this thing. Like again, depending on the map, maybe you want to go with your heavies because of course you can if you really have to. But on a map like this, and I just realized you won't be hearing any volume because I did turn off the music because the garage music was really annoying me. So yeah, you won't be able to hear the music at the beginning of the game, but whatever. Anyways, yes, so on a map like Dead Rail, I will be going medium side, simply because I see they have an enemy Sheridan, and that's about it for mediums. So I feel like in that case, I can be pretty effective, and I can really bully that Sheridan. Now, in terms of my PC, it took me about 12 years to load into game. So the Sheridan's already going to be on medium side, and I'm going to have to be a little bit careful because he is probably going to spot me as I try to make my way on towards medium side. Hopefully, you know, the only thing I'm really hoping is that they don't send their IS-7 and 113 to medium side as well, because that would be very bad for me. I would probably get absolutely deleted if all three of those tanks showed up here, simply because I don't have any support with me. It's just me going over here. So if I do encounter more than just one tank over here, it's going to be a little bit of a sticky situation that I don't really want to be in. But as of right now, we're doing okay. It does look like their E3 is going mid as well, so that's good to know. And their Sheridan is, of course, here by himself. Look at this. So I'm going to get one shell into the Sheridan, and he does, in fact, bounce me, which is very nice indeed. However, I did just see that they do have an IS-7 YOLOing up top as well, so I am going to back myself out of here. The IS-7 somehow bounces me, which is actually insanely impressive, because I am on flat ground, and there should be no way he's ever going to bounce me, but apparently he does. He does pen me there for 528, but that's okay. I do max roll him for 500 right back, and you can see where the DPM of this thing is absolutely amazing. We are just absolutely destroying this this IS-7, and I don't know how they are all bouncing me right now. This is really impressive stuff. I'm going to try and bait a shell from this IS-7. You know what? Let's just kill him. There we go. Now we don't have to worry about two tanks shooting at us. And the Sheridan is getting nuked by our 4005 in the back. And just like that, two tanks are now dead. And I have assisted 1800. So we're doing all right this game. You can see, again, the DPM of this thing is absolutely amazing. And I'm going to hopefully get a shell into this T-30 here before he's able to pen me. I'm pretty sure we're unspotted right now. Yes, we are, because he did try to blind shot that. So yeah, we're doing all right so far. We still have a 183 that we have not seen yet, and there he is in mid. So that's good. At least he's not camping in the back in a TD bush, because right now him being in mid is a lot less annoying. So let's wait for him to probably poke that. There we are. He's probably going to nuke our 4005. And actually, he doesn't nuke him for as much as I thought he would. So that's actually pretty good. And I'm just, of course, I'm going to push on over here towards this rock. Let's see if I can get a shell into the T-30. There we are. So excellent stuff. Now I'm just going to hold this position because that 183 is probably... Ooh, wait a minute. Unfortunate. I was hoping to get a shell into him there, but my gun said no. So that's okay. That was a pixel shot anyways, so nothing much to say about that. But you can see we're already at 4,000 damage, and that was a super fast battle result. I don't really care if the 183 shoots at me, but I do care if I bounce his gray turret. That is really annoying. I do love me some good 183 armor profile, guys. There we go. We do kill off the 183, and all that's left is an ST1, and of course this T-30, who we're going to YOLO because he has more HP. Let's get one shell into the T-30. I'm going to make sure he can't see my side, because he can definitely HE me if he gets to my side. So let's get another shell into him, and our teammate's probably going to finish him off. There we go, just like that. 5,000 damage, 3 kills. And we'll see if we can kill this ST1 if he gets spotted. Ooh, wait. Ah, rip, we bounced him. Oh well, that was still a really nice game, and you can just see how effective the E6 is at taking out medium and light tanks and really dealing with medium flank. It's an excellent tank for that, and I really, really like this tank a lot. It just has a very nice combo of so many different characteristics that really make it, it's a unique playstyle, and it's really fun. There we go. Ace the tank, 5,000 damage. We actually blocked a lot more damage than we should have. 2,100 blocked. I don't know what that IS-7 was aiming at. But anyways, guys, let's get into game number 2 right here. And we are on Castilla, so not a bad map for this tank. Unfortunately, overall, I don't like Castilla as a map. But if you're in a Heavium or some tank that has lots of mobility, it's a lot easier to play this map than, let's say, if you're in like a Mouse or like that VK72 on the enemy team. Heavy tanks on this map, like super heavies, just don't do very well on this map at all. I don't know why my nose is so itchy, but oh well, deal with it. You're gonna see me scratch my nose every 2 seconds. Anyways, oh my god, I can't English. I will make my way towards a medium side here, and I will try and get on top of the hill to kind of deny their Vickers and their 121B from getting hill control. But we'll see what happens. It also looks like the majority of our team is going this way, so that's actually quite nice in case they do send like their VZ or their 4005 and Grill or Minnow over this way as well. I'll have some team support with me, which is very nice. Now the Batchat on our team is using the 4-shell gun, so that's it's interesting. You know, maybe he's grinding it. I don't know. But anyways, let's see what we can do. They are capping C base, so yeah, they at least have 1 tank on C. So that's good for us. It means we have a tank advantage over here, pretty much guaranteed. And their 121 has already bled out some health here. So let's see if I can bleed him out some more. Let's get a shell into his side for 408. Let's see if he's... Oh, he's just going to miss. Okay, well, nice job, 121B. And you are dead. Oh, or not. Or a Batchat's not going to kill you. There we go. He finally kills him. And you know what? I'm just going to poke this Vickers. Don't really care if I get shot at. And it seems like has like literally no TD support over there. Okay. Well, this enemy team's doing great, guys. Oh, yes, they are. You know what? I'm just going to YOLO this Vickers. Ooh, wait a minute. Their Minnow is playing like... I don't even know what he's doing. He's playing very sus right now. Let's see. Can I get a shell into this Vickers? There we go. I was going to start shooting at the Minnow, but I'm probably going to just get shot at by the Grill, and oh boy, the 4005 is sitting back there. Alrighty, time to jump off. Bruh. Did not expect that guy to be sitting back there, especially since I had already gone over the top of the hill, and he just hadn't started shooting at me, and bro, I see their Minnows, like, turning around. Oh boy, well this is going to be fun, isn't it? The 3 TDs are kind of just chilling back there and waiting for our team to YOLO. Let's see if I can get a shell into this 4005. I can like almost guarantee he's going to poke that in just a second here. That was silly. I don't know why that misses, but oh well. Let's, come on guys, let's kill this Grill. Thank you, team. Let's make our way towards the 4005. I'm going to hope that he's not running Spall, because then I can start shooting HE at him, but let's find out in just a second here. Come on, 4005, don't be using Spall Liner. Ah, he is. Rip. Oh well. Still do 300 damage to him, and hopefully I can get the kill. Never mind. Well, we're already at 2,000 damage. There's only 3 tanks left, and it's just another fairly easy win right here. I'm hoping to at least get 3K out this game, but we'll see what happens. Minnow does bounce me once. I do bounce his side because, of course, shooting on the move in this tank is not very... It's not accurate, to say the least. And, of course, you know, the Minnow's going to shoot at me over the 121, who's, like, literally flanking him right now, so that's fun. Let's get a shell into the Minnow's rear there, and our 121's going to kill him. And, yeah, that's about it for this game. There's literally only 2 tanks left. And I have no idea where the, oh, wait a minute, brother, Vickers is over here. Okay, well, in that case, see if I can even get a shell into this guy. I highly doubt it, because I feel like he's just going to get killed by one of our mediums, but yeah, there we go. Okay, well, that was a pretty easy win. Their team didn't really do a whole lot of damage, and it was kind of annoying the spots they were actually positioned in. But, oh well, it is what it is. We dealt 2,400 damage, and we blocked 1,600. So, I mean, not the best game. but it is what it is. Let's get into game number 3 and see if we can do better. So, so far we had one extremely good game, one kind of mid game, but it was a steamroll, and let's see if we can get like an in-between game for the final one. So we're on Fort Despair, and this is, it's a little bit of a sus map for this sort of tank, honestly. Because the map's not very big, it means that tank destroyers are going to have a very easy time nuking you. But we'll see what we can do. Again, playing this tank, you want to stick with your team. So I am going to go, it looks like majority of the team is going to go medium side / mid. So I will follow them because, I mean, that E5, I'm not really going to follow him to heavy side when they could have like a 183 camping over there. So I'm good. I'm not trying to fight that. But let's make our way towards mid here and see if we can counter this Leopard. Their WZ-5A is also going mid. Very interesting indeed. Let's see if I can get a shell into this Leopard. Okay, that one bounces. Nice job, RNG. Crazy stuff right there. All right, well, in that case, I might just try and back up and get a shot into the 5A. I don't really think I can deal with that Leopard because he probably has a 183 behind him. So let's get a shell into this 5A. And this guy doesn't look like he's doing all too well. So let's see if I can get a shell into his hatch. There we are, right into his hatcheroony. Let's go forward before the Leopard can shoot at me. And we'll see if I can get another shell into this guy's hatch in just a moment. There we go. You can see the nice accuracy of this tank working like a charm right now. I did say the tank can be troll at times, but as of right now, it's kind of treating me well, so I will not complain about that. Right as I say that, I do hit the wall when I should have hit the tank, so that's not very good. And, wow, it looks like I am just getting YOLO'd. Very interesting indeed. Let's pen this guy in the hatch one more time. And, yeah. So far, I like it how, like, every single shell we fired at this guy has just gone into his hatch. Like, bruh. Crazy. And now we're just getting penned by everything. I mean, that Leopard, he was just playing way too aggressive. I know he was trying to tunnel me, but, I mean, whatever. Bro can do what he wants. I'm going to finish off this guy. Never mind, I'm not going to finish him off. But he dies anyways, so that's fine. And their 4005 is also dead, so I basically am free to take this position here. And let's get a shell into the bat chat, and we have shots on the grill as well. In just a moment here, I should be reloaded in time to hopefully get a shell into one of these two tanks. Let's aim in for the bat chat there. There we are. We get one shell into the bat chat. We're at 2,800 damage, so far we're doing better than last game, which is quite nice. Their grill does, in fact, shoot, so I am going to make my way towards the grill now, and let's see what we can do here. I'm going to wait to see if he just pokes it. There we go. We get an HE shell into him for a bit of a low roll, but that's all right. The grill gets finished off, and we're at 3,200 damage. So I am going to try and get a shot into the bat chat. I don't know how our Badger bounces that, but that's very impressive indeed. The bat chat does bounce a shell into me, and goodbye. There we go. Now that the bat chat's dead, it's basically game over. They don't have any more mobility, and the only tank that really has HP is that AMX, who, unfortunately for me, can one-shot me if he does high roll. But you know what? As long as the 183 doesn't see me, I should be fine. So I'll make my way towards the right-hand side here where I can deal with this AMX. He doesn't look to be looking at me right now. So let's see here. I'm going to see if I can get a shell into his rear. There we go. One shell into the rear of the AMX. And I don't know what bro is doing. What are you doing, AMX? Apparently he's just not really, he's just kind of ignoring me. So I'm just going to get another shell into his rear. There you have it. Another nice shell, and we're already at 4,600 damage. Let's get another shell into his side. Does actually low roll me, so that's excellent. And we're at 5,000 damage. Let's see if I can get another one into his, like, hatch there, hopefully. There we go, before he does kill me. Ooh, boy, this is going to be a bit sus. He's going to try and YOLO me, and goodbye, AMX. There we are. Wow, we're doing a lot of damage this game. We have done more damage than our first game. So there you go. You can see we only really had one bad game in the E6, and it wasn't even that bad. It was more so that it was just a complete and utter steamroll, so there wasn't much I could do to farm any more damage. But yeah, this game, we really did farm up like a boss, bruh. Okay. At least the 183 did bounce me, because that was annoying that we did miss that shell. But there we go. We do still finish off the 183, bringing us, I think, over 6,000 damage. I think we did something. Maybe we rammed someone. I don't know. If not, then we did just under 6,000 damage. Yeah, there we go. 5,990 damage for our third and final game in the tank, and you can see just how nice the E6 is at farming. Holy cow, bruh. The next highest person did 1,800. Alrighty then, well, that was a complete and utter carry. But yeah, you can see the E6 is a fantastic tank. I'm so glad that I was given that tank out of my crates to do a review on, because it's a lot of fun to play. And for any of you who like sort of medium tank playstyle, but you want a tank that has a bit more HP and maybe a bit more armor, then this is definitely the tank for you. And I highly recommend you guys pick it up, because it is usually out for gold and at a pretty fair price. But anyways, hopefully you all enjoyed today's unique video style. And if you want to see more like it, then I mean, yes, you should definitely subscribe to my channel and keep up to date when I post videos almost daily. And with that, I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.